Welcome to the Catamount Football Show with Coach Matt Land. I'm Bill Mayo, and this week we're going to take a look back at the game with the South Cobb Eagles and also talk about the homecoming fracas with the Sprayberry Yellow Jackets. So stay right here. We'll be back with more Catamount football after these messages.
I was tired of being limited by my knee pain.
I fell while riding my bike and needed a partial hip replacement.
I was kicking the ball and I felt a snap.
From joint replacements to complex spinal surgeries, Hamilton Medical Center's experts know how to get you back in the game. Quality and expertise matter. Hamilton Medical Center is Joint Commission certified in hip, knee, and shoulder replacement surgery. If pain is keeping you on the sidelines, get your life back with the help of Hamilton Medical Center.
We're back with Sandy, and on the outside, everything is beautiful. But on the inside, it's a mess. You're not fooling me. In our audience today, I have professionals from Carpet Express, Susie and Clay. They've helped thousands of others just like you with their problems on the inside. Will you accept their help today?
Yes. Yes, I do.
If you need help on the inside, call Carpet Express because it's what's on the inside that counts.
All right, Coach, let's talk a little bit about the game with South Cobb. A pretty good team win all the way around. Offensively, start with offense this week. A lot of up and down and a lot of yards and a lot of points.
Yeah, the first thing I think we have to realize, though, is South Cobb was a very, very athletic team. You know, we define good and bad teams based on records, and I guess as a spectator, we can do that. But as far as an athletic team, you are what you are. And certainly they had 5 D1 kids on that team that were very special, that were in positions that could have potentially caused us some real headaches.
Just looking at the progress from last year to this year, because you make a great point. They are so much better than they were last year.
Coach and I were texting on Saturday morning, and one of the things that we talked about was the fact that he complimented us on our discipline and our ability to be disciplined throughout the game. And I sent that compliment back because certainly 2 years ago, the team that came up here when we first started playing South Cobb, that was not the same team. This is a team that, first of all, they do not run a lot of plays from a standpoint of, there's probably 4 or 5 things that they do, and they do it really, really well. Second of all is they fly around to the football. Offensively, defensively, they're always going to be around the ball. And I think just the third thing, the thing that just kind of overwhelmed me just as the game goes on, was just how much more in control of the game they were than they were emotionally 2 years ago. So I told Coach Jones, hey, listen, outside of the score, I thought you're the most improved team probably in our region. Now, to specifically talk about the game, to talk about the defense, first of all, I thought the defense played exceptionally well, considering the fact that, when you go into a game like that, a team like that doesn't have much to lose. So they kind of, the whole playbook is open up all the time.
Well, and they had a real threat at quarterback. That kid.
He's the #1 quarterback.
Great thrower and a great runner.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, the best player touched the ball every play, so that was the first thing. But I thought they did a good job of containing. I thought they did a good job of keeping the play, keeping everything inside them. And, going in the fourth quarter, it's 24-20. Right. So it's a game going into the fourth quarter. So certainly I thought that our conditioning played a difference, and I certainly thought that at the end of the day our discipline did. What do you think about the offense?
I thought it's probably the best game, most complete game we've played offensively. I thought Landon did an excellent job at quarterback, probably the best game he's played by far.
I agree.
Thought it was the best game for the offensive line. There were a lot of good signs, a lot of good things, and I know we're in Game 7, but it's nice to see the improvement.
Absolutely.
One of the things we'd had some issues with was some assignment stuff with our offensive line guys. Friday night, that wasn't an issue at all. So now you can begin to talk to them about technique and some of the little things that come on. You look at Landon. You can see him kind of taking control of the offense. So, and of course, Jameer is Jameer, and Jarek did what he does, and even Josh Moore probably played 24, probably played the best game he's played all year.
So.
As a blocker, but also had did a nice job running the ball.
Well, I think the other side of it is also 9 different people touched the ball other than the quarterback throughout the game, and that was 9 meaningful people, not just saying that was a complimentary catch late in the game and you just run a guy in there and you're throwing the ball. I mean,
every one of the receivers.
Every receiver made a catch. We had the ability of 4 backs getting multiple carries and having over 40 yards on 2 different backs. Jameer obviously went 17 rushes for another 178 yards and had 9 rushes in the first quarter alone. So that tells you defensively we had to transition Jameer over and let him play some corner. So anyhow, good victory. Felt like we came out of there with some momentum now. We face a very, very good Sprayberry team, which we'll talk about in just a moment.
Absolutely. We'll be back in just a minute.
Blue. Blue is big. You've got the deep blue sea, the big blue sky, and more people in more countries like blue than any other color. That's big. And in the world of real estate, blue stands for one of the biggest brands, Coldwell Banker. 91,000 agents across 47 countries gives you a super-powered Rolodex and the marketplace muscle of a brand recognized from Indiana to India. So join the blue, join Coldwell Banker, and start doing bigger, better, and bluer things in real estate.
Hi, I'm Dr. Reginald Sherrill. Are you tired of sweaty underarms and dealing with deodorant stains on your clothes? We're performing a procedure called Mirror Dry. It's safe, non-invasive, sweat and odor-free, deodorant-free. It is clinically proven and FDA approved. I've had the procedure and it really works. The procedure takes about 1 hour, it's local anesthesia, and works immediately. Call our office, Dalton Plastic Surgery, 706-226-3311. 706-226-3311.
It's football time again in Northwest Georgia. Not a lot has changed at the Oakwood Cafe since we filmed last season. We are still serving the same fantastic food we have for the past 13 years. Our staff is many of the familiar faces you consider family. Our catering department is the best in North Georgia, serving over 400 people daily. We love this community and we wake up 6 days a week looking forward to serving you your favorite Oakwood Cafe meal with a smile. Oakwood Cafe in historic downtown Dalton.
Welcome back to the Catamount Football Show, and we've got our player interview segment. Guys, welcome to the show, and introduce yourselves, please.
I'm Leo Garcia, defensive line, number 97, and a senior.
I'm Sam Carlson, number 85, and I play defensive end and tight end.
And what grade are you, Sam? You forgot that.
Senior.
See, the defensive line stuff is wearing off on you right there. You forgot the key moments. So let's talk to you first, since I've started fooling with you here. Tell me about being a senior this year and kind of your thoughts on the season so far and your role on the team.
Yes, sir. So far I've been trying to work my way into the lineup a little bit more, and I have done that. And being a senior per se it's kind of interesting to see everything come full circle, because I've played since I was a freshman, and I've seen each senior class go through and kind of go through the same stuff, but it doesn't really feel real until you hit that senior season. So
kind of start counting down the practices and the days, and each one of them, it's special to be out there. And I mean, I know people think, practice is hard, but there's a lot of kind of fun things, unique things that happen in practice that make it special to be out there, right?
Yes, sir.
So tell me about your relationship with your teammates, what you developed over the last 4 years, and what that means to you.
Yes, sir. So football takes up a lot of our time, so we are spending a lot of our time together. So you might think of friends who you might not necessarily hang out with during school. You're around them a lot during football season, and so you hang out at practice, and you create those bonds, and you end up hanging out after practice, and that carries on to the rest of the year. So it's just interesting to see those relationships develop.
How about your position group, the guys you play with and work with every day?
So like every Tuesday we have our position dinners. So we'll all go to John Ross's house and we'll swim and watch the game and play video games and just bond. It's
and unfortunately you guys have been swimming through October. It hadn't quite been football weather, has it?
Yes, sir.
Talk a little bit about Friday night. It was good. It was a good team win against South Cobb, but they're a pretty good team. Give me your perspective on the game.
I feel like a lot of people might underestimate South Cobb in terms of just how they play, because they're a very fast and very athletic team, and when they get things going, they can be very good. So I don't really feel like people acknowledge the fact that they could actually move the ball and produce when they need to.
Absolutely. You've done a great job. I think you can take over as host of this program. Next week, you're up. You're on deck. Thanks for coming on. Leo, let's talk to you. Tell me about your thoughts on your senior year so far and your role on the team.
Well, my senior year, I wasn't expecting to be on the team, but because I wasn't here, I played my freshman year, and my sophomore year and junior year wasn't really, I don't know, it wasn't my time. Yeah. And then I came back, and I hoped to play for Coach Land and for all y'all, but this year has gone pretty good. I hope to win off and make it to the playoffs this year.
So how was it coming back after 2 years?
It's a lot of catching up.
Yeah.
A lot of catching up since freshman year. New things, pick up the pace. Everything's faster.
You always get recognized as being one of our best team guys, and whether you're on the field or on the sideline or wherever you are, you're pushing people and supporting people. Talk about that mentality a little bit and how you got kind of started doing that and what that means to you.
First of all, I want to see my teammates do good, and I don't want them to like waste the time that they have because of what I did my sophomore and junior year. I didn't want them going the same way. I want them to actually like try very hard, do good in school and everything. I don't want them to slack off or anything like that.
That's a great attitude. You think you've had an impact on some guys?
I think I have, honestly. There's a few guys that lifting up their heads more.
I think you're right. I think it means a lot more when it comes from one of their peers than when it comes from a coach, right? I mean, I think that you've been there. You're telling them experience, right? I mean,
yes, sir.
You're relating what happened to you, and I think it really has a big impact on those guys.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, guys, thanks for coming on the show. We appreciate it. Appreciate everything you do for Catamount Football. And we'll be back with more after these messages.
From the pros who know at Proformance Sports Academy. Our pro shop has one of the largest selections of bats, gloves, and cleats in the North Georgia area, featuring Rawlings, Wilson, Louisville Slugger, DeMarini, Mizuno, and the largest New Balance cleat dealer in the area. We provide baseball and softball gear for travel leagues, rec leagues, middle school, and high school programs. Get your baseball and softball training, equipment, and uniforms from the former collegiate and professional players who know at Proformance Sports Academy. ProformanceSportsAcademy.com.
Let's continue our player interviews, and we've got one guy this time. Introduce yourself, please.
Jamal Macon, number 13, senior, wide receiver.
All right, Jamal. Glad you made it on the TV show. Talk to me a little bit about being a wide receiver in the Catamount offense.
Well, it's fun. Like when you get to like run routes and just block for your running back and just watch them do what they do, because we have good running backs, and that's real fun watching them go.
Talk to me about running routes. I mean, you hear coaches and you hear guys on TV talking about he ran a crisp route there, he ran a nice sharp route. What does that mean to you, or what does that mean in receiver terminology when they say that?
That's just running a good route, letting the quarterback hit you. Is
making a clean break, right? Isn't that part of it? Instead of instead of rounding it out, they want you to go up and make a 90-degree cut or whatever kind of. What's your favorite route to run?
A dig.
A dig. Explain what that is. If somebody watching doesn't know what that might mean.
It's a 10-yard in.
So a 10-yard. So you go down 10 yards and break into the middle of the field, right? And get the ball. Now talk to me about Friday night. You had a couple of good plays Friday night. Talk about that a little bit.
It was exciting because just watching your teammates like acknowledge you and show you like you did this, you did that. It's just exciting. And when you make a good play, you can just see everybody just get happy and just watch them smile.
Tell me about the catches. What were they?
I had a go route. I caught it for a touchdown.
Yep, pretty good. About 40 yards, wasn't it? Something like that. So what was the coverage? What were you looking at when you took off running? What do you look at when you take off from the line of scrimmage, defensive back-wise? What are you looking at?
I watched the safety, how he's playing me. If he's playing me one high, then I just run a red route, which is a post. Or if he's playing me inside, then I just try to burn him, try to use my speed and get behind him.
Run by him, right? So how about the other one? I know you had another good catch down by the goal line, right?
It was just like a 5-yard, just looking for the ball, waiting on it, and it came to me.
Yep.
I caught it.
Now the other part of your game is blocking, and you're a pretty big physical guy, and we've got a couple good running backs, and some of those cats back there in the backfield with Jameer and Jarek and Josh back there, the three J brothers. So talk about your role as a blocker, because anytime there's a long rush down the field, one of you guys has made a good block. It's not just at the line of scrimmage; it's somebody downfield getting on a safety or a corner, right?
It was when they get to going, we just try to catch up to them, try to block the dude in front of them so they won't get extra yards. Just when we all on the same page, it's just I don't think we could be stopped.
Yep.
We all on the same page.
Big homecoming game Friday night with Sprayberry, right? Give me your thoughts on that.
We just gotta take that extra step up and play harder. We play harder, then we'll be on to the next team.
Now, another important question: do you have a date for the dance? No date for the dance. Maybe you take Josh. Maybe he'll go with you.
Maybe.
All right.
Take Josh.
Thanks for coming on the show. Appreciate everything you do. Look forward to watching the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Stay right here. Be back in just a minute.
Hi, my name is Charles R. Hicks Sr. I'm the owner of Transformers Transmission and Complete Auto Repair Specialist. We have some exciting news. We are expanding to Sugar Road.
That's right, brother. We are building a brand new 30,000 square foot automotive repair facility to better serve our community.
Also want to let you know that we are still open at 815 East Walnut Avenue for all your automotive needs. From the Transformers crew,
thank you and God bless. Home is a place where all are welcome. It's where the story begins. It's not a place, it's a feeling. Home is where the heart is. At Furniture of Dalton, we handpick each of our 150 brands so that you can find your perfect heart's desire. Come see what you've been missing at Carpets of Dalton and Furniture of Dalton, the destination that brings you home. Exit 328 off I-75.
The twins came sooner than expected.
The nurses cared for me and my baby.
I chose Hamilton because I trust my doctor.
Hamilton Medical Center is home to beautiful new arrivals every day. Each child and each delivery is unique. Hamilton is prepared with a Level 3 neonatal intensive care unit and comfortable rooms and amenities. Hamilton Medical Center, serving you and your family with compassion, healing, and excellence.
All right, welcome back to Catamount Football. We've got our coaches interview segment. We've got Coach John Patrick on the show. John, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Bill.
So this is the you've been on before in your capacity as the 8th grade head coach, and now you've moved up to the high school and head coach with the freshmen and also working with the varsity guys. Talk about your new role and how the year has gone so far.
All right. Well, Coach Land let me graduate to high school football. It was a little bit of a change, but being the freshman head coach, working with the young guys coming in, and it's been a great year. The whole coaching staff, the freshman staff, and then working with the varsity staff has been a real pleasure this year. Being able to have our own freshman schedule and practice by ourselves. A lot of times those kids flounder when they get to high school, and so having their own program, their own practice set up, it really means a lot for the kids, and it gets kids more involved with the program.
I think it helps keep their class keep an identity, right?
Absolutely, yeah. They, going in the locker room and around those varsity guys, they're 18-year-olds, and a lot of those guys are still 14. So it's it's a huge adjustment for them, and being able to stick together and encourage each other throughout the day and throughout the season. It's huge.
So you guys had a really good season, went 7-0, correct?
We did, yeah.
Kind of list off, you don't need the scores, but what teams did you guys play?
Sure, we played, we started out with Southeast. It kind of runs together for me. I know we played Ridgeland, McCallie. Those two teams, we actually played some JV kids. They sent down what they had. We played Cass. Help me out here. Pickens and Northwest.
Yeah.
I think that's about
so a wide variety of teams. I mean, different classifications, different areas.
Ooltewah,
Ooltewah. So it was a good experience for the freshman guys in total, right? How many kids were on the team?
We maintained 35 kids throughout the season. We lost one towards the end of the season and had a couple with injuries for pretty long term, but they'll be back next year. So
So talk about your staff a little bit, the guys that worked with you.
Oh, this is Coach Land put together a really great staff to work with. Jamie Johnson has been, I guess he's been kind of running things for a couple of years now. And he does a great job with the defense and working with linebackers and just being kind of an anchor to the program. And then Bo Blackwood has worked with us, volunteered. He was with them a couple of years ago also, and then came back with us this year and helped me on offense. Chase Pritchett, who is going to be a phenomenal coach. He's does a great job with the defensive linemen and great job with motivation. And of the staff, he's actually the only one in the building of the freshman staff. He's in the building, and so he sees those kids
really
every
good,
day. And then we also had Gabe Majorkirth, who's just in college, and he just graduated from high school. And so him being there, he's still got some understanding as a quarterback, so he helps me talk to those guys too, because they never understand anything I'm talking about.
Absolutely. So now that the freshman season is over, you've been helping out with JV and obviously helping out with the varsity. You're going to work with us with the offensive line. Talk about that a little bit. It's kind of something that you picked up when you and I coached together. You took over that when I left, and
Sure.
I think you found an affinity for OL people, right?
Oh, absolutely. If you're running a program, which I ran the middle school program for years, having the offensive line do what they need to do, you can't run the offense. Right. It's hard to do much if the offensive line is not moving. So coming up and still being able to do that and being able to help out with that is that's kind of my comfort zone, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. So what is your philosophy kind of with the young guys? I mean, what do you want to accomplish with them? What are you looking to impart to them? And
our goal is to get everybody ready for Friday night, and for some guys, they're going to be able to come in right away as sophomores. Hopefully we don't need those guys at the varsity level as freshmen. So our goal is to get some guys ready by the end of freshman year. They'll come up and play some JV snaps, and I really think we have some guys that are going to come in as sophomores and be able to help us. And if it's not sophomore season, then hopefully junior season for sure that we can get those guys ready. And because that's our focus is everything we do mirrors the high school program. Our practice mirrors the high school practice. So everything is geared towards getting the guys ready for Friday night.
Good deal. Before we go, update us on your family. They've made some significant steps here, right?
Sure. My wife Melanie is still teaching at Dalton High School, and my daughter Katie is a freshman at Kennesaw State now. She's studying dance. And another pleasure about moving up this year is Charlie is a freshman football player. He's an
offensive line guy. That's right.
So and does a good
crack
job.
the whip on him, right?
Yeah,
Get him going.
exactly.
Get him ready for next year. All right, well, thanks for coming on. You do a great job, and certainly appreciate everything you do.
Thank you.
Stay right here. Be back shortly.
we're back with Sandy, and on the outside, everything is beautiful, but on the inside, it's a mess. You're not fooling me. In our audience today, I have professionals from Carpet Express, Susie and Clay. They've helped thousands of others just like you with their problems on the inside. Will you accept their help today?
Yes. Yes, I do.
If you need help on the inside, call Carpet Express, because it's what's on the inside that counts.
My name is Kelsey Harmon, and this is the Chick-fil-A Cow, and Chick-fil-A Dalton is excited to announce that we will be teaming up with the Dalton High Quarterback Club again this season. We will be providing fans with the awesome tailgate experience starting at 5:30. Be sure to be here by 6 o'clock for the catwalk and visit our tent for dinner before the game. As always, Chick-fil-A reminds you to eat more chicken and go Big Red.
Oh, who's this old guy?
Oh, that's Cooper. Most people like to adopt the younger dogs, but one day your time will come, huh, Cooper?
Sweetheart, what about this puppy?
Honey puppies. Mommy, Daddy, that's it. That's the one.
The Coldwell Banker Homes for Dogs project has helped find homes for thousands of shelter dogs.
How's your tea?
Because our agents don't just understand real estate, they understand what home is all about.
All right, down at South Cobb, wearing the all white again, looking pretty sharp there. Those young captains coming out.
That's right. You know, one thing that is neat about that stadium, it is right there in the Austell area, and it is a very open venue, and you got traffic coming right down the road. So during the game, you can hear it. But it is, as you can tell, it's a beautiful stadium, a very historic stadium. Great job by Ivan kicking in the end zone. They moved the ball down on this first drive pretty well, and you just see right here number 6. Like I said, the leading quarterback in the region, and also the number 3 rusher in the region. So
there's a good look at Landon getting ready to go out for the first series. Coming up, there's a little inside zone. Good job by the guys up front, and good hard running by Jameer.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of funny. You think about the fact, you know, really in our offense, there's just one running back, so it's not like a split back running back or even the eye. I mean, you got one guy. You know who's going to get the ball, but he does a great job.
Here's Hunter Noah on a little screen, and we had a negative play that backed us up, boy, and he almost picked up that first down. It was third and about 15 or 17 or something.
Yeah, good throw right there by Landon, getting the ball.
And he just comes up about 1.5 yards short.
Yeah, he had a couple of good passes early on. Good job by Jackson Wells right there and Lane Cox. They did move the ball and pick up a couple first downs right here. And here you see Jameer had to come in and play a little bit at corner. John Ross coming in right there. So we force him into a 4th down and a punt. Good job right here by Jameer, just not letting the ball sit down in there inside the 10. Normally don't like that, but that was kind of a dead ball, and so didn't mind him doing it then.
It was a good throw to Yendry. Nice crisp pass and just great decision by Landon to get the ball out of his hand, and then good run after the catch right there. Boom.
Yeah, great job right there. Also, guys getting downfield and staying with their routes. Bryce did a good job on the backside, and certainly Jamal pulling that safety over.
Here we go again. Just a little flip.
Good move right there.
Quarterback reads that based on the numbers in the box and made the decision to throw it right there.
Yeah, good job right there. Good job blocking downfield right there. Bryce Houghton had another good game blocking down the field.
Ended up stalling out and kicking a field goal.
As you can tell right there, 44-yarder, and probably would have been good from about 55. So we end the 4th quarter down 7-3, or in the first quarter down 7-3. There you see Coach Thompson's youngest son Clayton having a very engaged conversation with the back judge.
He was probably had more wisdom than the.
I think so, probably so.
Yeah.
Good job right here on a little buck sweep right here, little counter. You see right here Ethan Arnold stepping in. He and Leo Garcia, who was on our player segment earlier. Great job right there. Once again, John Ross coming through right there, forced him out of the pocket right here. Good job coming up right there by Jackson Wells, making a big hit. Good job. Here you're going to see a little different view. Collisions number 3 right here comes up. Once again, just a good solid tackle right there. Great job. Great job.
Broken protection wasn't an issue for them. That was really a good thing.
That's exactly,
that
absolutely.
That kid was so good with his feet.
That's right. So they turn it over on downs.
Yep. Comes a little sweet play, and Jameer just
Well,
makes
look at
a great
Idre.
run. Yep,
Wow.
Idre hustling down the
Great
field.
job right there.
Get another look at it here. There's
Yeah, see
Brant
Idre.
coming around, and he needs to block
Jamal.
somebody.
I mean, Yendry. That's Yendry.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. He does need to block somebody.
Run that far, don't hit anybody.
Isn't that like
it's
against
way
the
too far
law
to run.
for
Yeah, for an offensive lineman.
for an
absolutely.
offensive lineman?
It's a good job by Manny. That number 4 was a good defensive end. Fake punt, great call here. Good.
Yeah. If it hadn't worked, it wouldn't have been me. I would have said that Coach Martinez called it, right? So,
That's right.
Coach Penny.
That's right. Put it
That
on
is a
there.
great. We had the situation that was good for us, and certainly across midfield, you'll see right here. We've been wanting to do it for a while, and it's good to do it. They would put everybody on the line of scrimmage and really wanted to get upfield, try to block you. So it was a good opportunity.
And that gives to other teams to see that on the film. That gives them something to think about.
That's right, and you're gonna have to work on it. You got to spend some time during this next week working on it. Never know when we might run that play again. 2020, 2021.
Come back on offense and jump in a little wildcat that we had not shown, and a nice job. There's the quarterback making a block downfield. Watch him. He's split out wide right here. Good. There's Idre coming around. He finds a linebacker there.
He has
Good
really
job.
gotten good at hugging that curve.
He
As
has.
Coach Napier used to say, getting up and getting on that guy.
Absolutely. So that makes it 10-7.
Another touchback. Had 7 kickoffs the other night with 7 touchbacks. So I had 1 out of bounds. Sorry, 6 touchbacks, 1 out of bounds.
There's Clayton in his fancy socks.
That's right, the lightning socks.
Here we are trying to figure out what to order for halftime.
We may have to put that snippet of what exactly you're writing on your board.
Pizza order.
Pizza order. That's right. Getting that from the lineman early. Good job right here, squeezing down right there. Of course, you see a little hole right there on Jack Ridley. And then Jack comes back, gets up, and goes over and makes the fumble recovery. He and Christian Lama, Ryan LaRue, great job right there. Matt Montoya, glad to see those guys getting in there and getting that ball. So turn it over by fumble.
Back on offense. It was a good throw right there.
Yeah, great back shoulder throw right there. He saw that free safety sitting on top of him. Good job.
Nice job by Jamal. Here comes a power play. Just hard running here, and they just wind up getting the ball out of his hand. And
Yeah, and that's why we tell those guys, once you get what you can get, it's okay to go down. I mean, you want to see those guys fight, but at some point, that's more apt to happen. So good pressure right there by Ethan Arnold. Really thought he played a good game. John Ross getting some pressure, and they just kind of throw up a
rainbow.
And I hate to say it, but Jameer almost had him covered too well.
Yeah.
He was beyond him. So good job right there by our D-line. Good job by our outside linebacker holding the line right there. And then right here, you saw number 1. Like I said, number 1 is a very skilled and talented runner.
if you run that back, watch the umpire get knocked down.
And then slowly get knocked down, right?
14-10. Come back with the kickoff. Good blocking right there by Hunter Nolan out there.
Yeah.
That allows Jarek to pick up the first down.
He's just, he's such a good runner in his own right.
He is. He's
very
really,
shifty.
very good runner. He'd be somebody's number 1 running back if we
no
didn't
doubt.
have Jameer. There's great call, great catch and throw, laying into Jamal right there.
Yeah, that's
Got
a
some
great
excitement.
touch.
You get a good ground level shot of it here. Good protection, good throw, good catch.
Ooh, that's good. Great shot right there.
That's Troy down there on the ground.
Troy did an outstanding job.
Brandon's right-hand man, Troy. So it's 17-14.
And what was that date again? I forgot the date that we were playing.
June 28th of 1992 at 6 a.m.
That's the first thing I heard on the headset. Do y'all know what the date is?
There's a little
great
trickeration. Good job, good coverage by the defense not falling for it.
Really have one joy to watch Malachi Gregory play. Little double flea flicker. They ran this one time earlier in the year. Coach Carpenter and his staff did a good job of scouting that, having our guys ready. And once again right here, you see he throws a bullet. I mean, he can really throw the ball well. Good break right there by Austin Hackney. So third down, getting good pressure right here by John Ross. Nicky Lama throws it back to the end zone.
They had a lot of offense, just not a lot of points.
That's exactly right.
So 17-14 going at the half. Get some water and Gatorade and figure out what's going on for the second half.
Hi, I'm Dr. Reginald Sherrill. Are you tired of sweaty underarms and dealing with deodorant stains on your clothes? We're performing a procedure called Mirror Dry. It's safe, non-invasive, sweat and odor-free, deodorant-free. It is clinically proven and FDA approved. I've had the procedure and it really works. The procedure takes about 1 hour, it's local anesthesia, and works immediately. Call our office, Dalton Plastic Surgery, 706-226-3311. 706-226-3311.
We were a little bit cramped in our facilities. We had to move back outside.
Come back with power. There's a nice job. The guys blocking down and Idre pulling around. Ended up having to kick the ball away, though. Good high kick. He made the fair catch signal. They didn't catch it.
Yeah, I think those guys realize when it's 60 yards up, hard to catch it. Good job right here by John Ross on the forced fumble. And then once again, another good job right there. I think that's Jack Ridley on the recovery. You see it right here. Good effort right here. Good job stepping up right there. Fumbles the ball. Caleb Hernandez, number 42, one of our sophomores that's had to step up for us again.
Come back with another little counter version, and Jameer gets in there and gets it going, then deals a little punishment.
Yeah.
So you're not hitting me, I'm going to hit you.
Yeah, that's right. I can either bring it to you. Great job right here.
Idre and Josh coming around.
Jumps right back up. What are you talking about?
Comes a buck sweep coming to the left, and when you see the replay, watch the right guard, number 53, Brant Bagley. He does a nice job of just running over a defender. Here he comes right there. Whack.
Boom.
Whack him over. And then Jameer makes a beautiful cut. Good.
Once again, Bryce Houghton.
Downfield, making a great block.
Great job.
Extra point is up and good. So it's 24-14 now. A little celebration going on.
Yeah, did you come up with that?
I did not.
That's
I did not
pretty neat. So another touchback. Great job right here. Caleb Hernandez coming up, turning it inside. You see right here, a little quarterback draw. Justin Ketchum, John Ross do a good job right there of whipping their guys and being inside. A little stunt off the edge, a little X stunt. Good job right there by John Ross. Good job by Justin coming in there and cleaning up. So we force them into a punt.
That guy,
yeah.
Good punter. I mean,
good punter.
Hit a couple of big ones.
Yeah, great job right there holding up. And then you see right here, just a good job. You don't see it, but it's kind of one of the casualties of the game, if I can say that. We have a great block set up right here, but you can't take it anymore. So a guy did a great job of holding up.
Good job on the power again. Here's a little inside zone. Good decision by the quarterback to get out and get a first down.
He's really come into his own as a runner, hasn't he?
He really has. He's a giraffe running out there, but he does a great job with it.
He missed his window right here. He should have thrown it a little bit earlier. Had him open about the 3-yard line, and he held on to it just a little bit long. Another great breakup right there. He had 2 pass PBUs the other night, pass breakups by Jack Ridley. Here we're in a 3-man front. trying to hold on, and you see John Ross right here on a little drop back. He drops back and has it right in his hands, and little tip drill. Can I say that?
Yep. Oh.
Trying to give it right there to Parker
Almost.
Adams in the back. Another sophomore playing for us.
Parker's the one that ran the fake punt.
That's right.
So this thing is still a game. It's now 24-21.
Yep, and we missed right there. So 24-20.
24-20, yeah. That's right. I forgot
Yep, going into the fourth quarter. Close game.
They were afraid of a return game and were trying to do anything they could to keep it out of the deep guy's hands, but kind of burned them right here with Malachi getting his hands on it and
good job
crossing midfield with the football.
Good job right there by Tyus.
Yep.
Blocking down the screw.
Good job up front and a good job by Tyus. And see here, that's special right there. I don't know how you.
That's Coach Martinez.
That's Coach Martinez.
It's all Coach Martinez, right?
That's special.
Yeah, great view right here. You'll see
this cut right there. That is something pretty good. Not a lot of running backs can do that.
No, we're glad he can.
So it makes it 31-20 going into the fourth quarter. They moved the ball downfield.
They did. And right here, great job right there, by Christian Lama. Great job getting inside there, coming up, making a big sack right there.
That's good coverage, too, because they had decent pass protection.
I would call that a coverage sack.
Yes,
I mean, it's great effort by Christian. I won't take it away from him, but I felt like anytime you go over 3 seconds, 4 seconds, that's as much coverage as anything else. Hard running right here. Gabe Hill, Jack Ridley coming up, making hard tackles on him. He works his way out, and you can see it right here, but this is a great job. This is that pursuit drill. Good job right there. Got to run through the tackle, though. Got to run through the tackle.
A lot of white hats around the football.
Yeah,
It's always
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys right there. That's what you like. Good pressure right here. Good blitz call by Coach Carpenter.
Man, that guy's hard to tackle.
He is hard to tackle, man. You'll see it right here. We got a little kind of double X coming. And then right there's John Ross. Right there's Lama.
And then he goes down.
Then Gabe back again. And then Ethan's just kind of glad that somebody got tackled.
There was Sam in there chasing him.
That's right.
They lost contain right here, and Landon sees it and just
directing traffic with the ball hand.
20 yards downfield.
That really gets Coach Martinez excited.
Yeah, I'm too happy about that one. It's a little inside seam route here. Oh.
Good job right here, though. Great job timing it up, getting behind Manny. Manny getting his.
Manny needs to block somebody.
Well, we're taking the stages. He got out of his stance and got downfield. So we'll start there.
There's a good gas run right there. Again, running some.
I don't know that there's a better full speed runner on our football team than that guy right there. I mean, Jameer, you expect it, but Jarek, it's not that I don't expect it. It's just you see a guy that's just not very tall. But man, does he get through the hut? He gets through there quick.
And here goes Jameer. Great balance.
And they wanted to give Brant another opportunity to block since he didn't block the first time, right? So he just figured he'd run a circle around him and come back. We're talking about number 53 here. If you'll just watch him, okay, kind of past him. Okay, I think I'll come back around him and then come back into him. There you go. So good job, Brant. Way to get that second block downfield.
And they cut our guard right there, Edre. I was having a little issues with that.
I was about to say, you kind of got conniptic there for just a minute.
That was bad. Can't do that. It's cheating. Good pass rush right there. Good. It was a good move by Lama. Christian just grabbed the offensive lineman and yanked him forward.
Big play right here on fourth down. Big play right here, forcing him out of bounds. So we turn the ball over now. They turn the ball over to us on downs. And he hits a great hit by the quarterback.
Yeah, great hit by the quarterback. Kind of lost the ball out of his hand, but he had he didn't stand there and pout about it. He went up there and whacked the guy.
One more right there for Jack. We're going to have to lay off the butter rolls at pregame meal. So another good kick right here. Tyus does a good job of fielding it. Picks up about 24, 25 yards on the return.
Our guys have done a great job of fielding the football this year.
They have.
Oh, my gosh,
absolutely.
That makes such a difference.
And right here, once again, just keeping his legs running. Great job, setting up a second and short.
Good hard running. There's Josh Moore.
Who's the hammer?
Looking for the stiff arm.
Great job.
Comes the quarterback, reading the inside zone. Now here comes Josh just knifing through for a
One
touchdown.
speed.
Yep.
And as you said, probably the best game Josh has played out the year. Would you say that?
Oh, absolutely.
Blocking and
Blocking
running.
and running. So that's the final score, 45-20. Coming out to shake hands. Good sportsmanship on both sides.
And a good job by that official, Peachtree Official Association. They did a good job.
Home is a place where all are welcome. It's where the story begins. It's not a place, it's a feeling. Home is where the heart is. At Furniture of Dalton, we handpick each of our 150 brands so that you can find your perfect heart's desire. Come see what you've been missing at Carpets of Dalton and Furniture of Dalton, the destination that brings you home. Exit 328 off I-75.
It's football time again in Northwest Georgia. Not a lot has changed at the Oakwood Cafe since we filmed last season. We are still serving the same fantastic food we have for the past 13 years. Our staff is many of the familiar faces you consider family. Our catering department is the best in North Georgia, serving over 400 people daily. We love this community and we wake up 6 days a week looking forward to serving you your favorite Oakwood Cafe meal with a smile. Oakwood Cafe in historic downtown Dalton.
Buy from the pros who know at Performance Sports Academy. Our pro shop has one of the largest selections of bats, gloves, and cleats in the North Georgia area, featuring Rawlings, Wilson, Louisville Slugger, DeMarini, Mizuno, and the largest New Balance cleat dealer in the area. We provide baseball and softball gear for travel leagues, rec leagues, middle school, and high school programs. Get your baseball and softball training, equipment, and uniforms from the former collegiate and professional players who know at Performance Sports Academy. PerformanceSportsAcademy.com.
Hi, my name is Charles R. Hicks Sr. I'm the owner of Transformers, Transmission and Complete Auto Repair Specialist. We have some exciting news. We are expanding to Sugar Road.
That's right, brother. We are building a brand new 30,000 square foot automotive repair facility to better serve our community.
Also want to let you know that we are still open at 815 East Walnut Avenue for all your automotive needs. From the Transformers crew,
thank you and God bless.
In the same vein that we talked about South Cobb, we could say a lot of the same things about Sprayberry, correct?
No doubt.
A lot of improvement over, this is their second year with their coach.
That's right.
You can see, just looking at the film, they're a lot better than what they were last year.
They're a lot better, and they really are an impressive-looking team. To just speak about their offensive line, I mean, their offensive line averages about 292 pounds across the board.
They got one guy, was he 6'8", 340, 350, whatever he is.
And he's not like a slow whale out there. I mean, he can move quite well as you talk, up and down they're a team that's a lot like us as far as their run patterns. They're going to be inside zone. They're going to do a lot of jet sweeps. Quarterback's got multiple offers from, I believe, Southern Miss, Citadel, and Air Force. So he's not only a good thrower, he's a good runner as well. I think maybe, I would certainly say that Sprayberry is probably one of the more complete offensive teams that we will see. They've got size, they've got the ability to run, they're very patient, they can control the clock, they can move the ball methodically. I think you're going to see an offense very, very similar to Creekview in their ability to move the ball around, but they will get in some two-tight sets, they'll get in some one-night sets, and really force you to step up and play hard inside the tackles and then have to, play some man on the outside. So at the end of the day, I think we're going to have our hands full from a defensive standpoint. What do you think offensively?
Well, they had a scheme change last year when we played them. They were predominantly a three-man front, and they played some five-man front against us. But all the film that we've looked at so far, it really shows a four-man front. They've got a couple of really good defensive ends. Number 7 and 33 are very physical. Inside guys are tough, and so it's going to be a challenge for us. a defense that we're used to playing against, which is a positive thing for us. That doesn't mean that they'll come out and line up either in it, right?
We've seen that. No, we've seen that. We can throw stuff on the wall and get just about whatever.
We see some changes, but they're
particularly at this point in the season.
Yes.
I mean, I think that's the thing. A lot of us are getting in a desperation mode when we get to these, because you're saying to yourself, you've got 3 or 4 weeks or 3 or 4 games left, and hey, I've got to make a move up this right here to get in that top 4.
Right.
So people become a little more desperate to do some things out of the normal box that they're in.
The kicking game?
Kicking game's very sound. I think this will probably be one of, probably until we play Altoona, I think this is probably the best kicking team we'll play in these remaining games.
And that says a lot. We've seen some good ones up until now.
I mean, we've had 2 games that not one single kickoff was returned. And when's the last time you've seen that?
Yep.
And multiple touchdowns scored. So it wasn't like there's only 3 or 4 kickoffs like an Auburn-Mississippi State game from 10 years ago, since we heard that all last week. But, it's one of those things that I think we just have to realize from this point on, we're playing a lot better kicking teams. Everybody's getting a very good kicker. And so punter's going to average about 40 to 42 yards. The kickoff guy is going to spike kick it. So I'm sure they're not going to allow Jameer and Tice to get their hands on it. They're going to move it around. So this week will be a challenge for us. We're going to have to do some things maybe a little out of the box for us as well.
All right, very good. We'll take a break. We'll be back shortly. All right, Coach, we've come to, unbelievably, the end of Week 7 here. And I know it's your favorite week is rolling up homecoming.
It can't happen enough.
Homecoming.
Could we have 2 a year? 3 a year? How many more homecomings can we have?
Talk a little bit about the schedule this week and what's happening at the school and what's happening in relation to the team.
Let me say, first of all, we do love homecoming. It's a great time. We love seeing old lettermen come back, old alumni come back. It's really fun. A lot of our family members.
30-year reunion.
Yeah, 30-year reunion for me. That's right, class of '88.
But who's counting?
Who's counting other than Bill? We love to see it. But as a coach, it is such a challenge because of all the different things. We're in the middle of fall break, and so we had Friday off, which that was a challenge, and then we had Monday off, and so now we'll come back to school. On Tuesday is coronation in the morning, and it's not like it used to be where it was on at halftime. We don't do that anymore, so now it's on Tuesday morning, and then throughout the week, there's different theme days that the school will have, and you'll need to check the website, students, parents, make sure that they're dressing the right way or doing the right thing, whatever. And then Friday will be a half a day. And it's really more about the pageantry of the pep session and inviting people into
you guys said I didn't go last year, but you said last year was probably one of the best pep sessions in what, 20, 30, since
I've been back.
Yeah.
26 years I've been back.
Yeah.
It was one of the best pep sessions ever. I mean, it was a lot of spirit. There's a lot of different ways. You got 1,900 students in a school. You can't get 1,900 people in a gym, so you have to do some things to kind of make sure that you've got the right people in the right places, and upperclassmen certainly get a priority to be able to be in the gym. But they just did the great activities. The band, David Henry, this is his last year. I know we're going to get their best at homecoming. I mean, it was a wonderful pep session, and you had great spirited classes that returned. Mm-hmm. So I think that's the other facet of it, is you want to be sure that the classes that come back, they participated in it. So last year, the classes that were there, 87, 57, whatever that ratio is, or how they do that, it was a great group. So overall, wonderful homecoming. But I hope this year they're going to do better. Just because I think it's just we need it right now. I think there's a lot of energy in our community. Dr. Scott has brought just a ton of excitement. He spoke last week to our quarterback club, and I know he's going around to the various entities talking, and he's just got an exciting message. And I just think right now is an awesome time to be a Catamount, awesome time to be a participant at Dalton Public Schools. And I think homecoming is a great opportunity for us to show that. Everybody coming out for the game, and of course everybody being a part of the festivities this week.
And the parade is
the parade's awesome. Yeah,
it's always a fun event. The kids love it.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
The dads driving their daughters. And
throwing candy now.
And the bike guys.
Oh yeah. You can get enough candy off the street to last you a whole. At least till we come to your house at Halloween.
That's right. So. Working in the thing I like to see is working in the parking lot on the floats during the week. That's always kind of a neat thing to see.
And our school does a great job of accommodating and making spaces, because we still have a lot of kids that drive to school, but you try to make that space and come out every day and see those guys. And it's good for our players to see that. They see that school spirit. And in the world that we have in today, a lot of divided interest in our community, a lot of divided interest within our politics and things like that. But it's weeks like this, it's fun because everybody's wearing that red, everybody's a Catamount, and it's really fun to see how that comes together.
Right, before we close out, we need special thanks to a few folks. Kentucky Fried Chicken, the bus company that got stuck. If we're going to have adversity, we've had it, right?
We've had it, that's right, between stuck buses, broke buses. But our quarterback club does a great job of being sure that we've got quality transportation, and certainly the line that we've used has always been very faithful and always been just great service, but they have had a few little hiccups this year, but it's okay. We've enjoyed it. We sometimes say thank you, though, and we broad brush, and I want to just kind of take today and Friday probably represented as much of this as anything, and that is to just thank Mitchell Boggs. Mitchell Boggs is our president, and when you get elected president, and you've been elected president of something, I've been elected president of something, and a lot of times there's a great honor that goes along with that, and there's also a great relief for prior presidents or prior members, to go, okay, new guys got it and handle off. And Mitchell has stepped in and just done an outstanding job, and with a young family, he's not had any divided interest. I mean, he has been with us every step of the way. So whether it was pregame lunches or pregame meals or breakfast this week because of being out, assisting with busing and getting a tow truck in here. That's right.
Off the curb.
That's right. Mitchell has done an outstanding job. And I just want to tell Mitchell thank you personally from our Catamount family, our Catamount staff, our Catamount players. His hard work has not gone unnoticed. And these guys were very appreciative. And on behalf of them, I just want to tell Mitchell thank you for all he does, and excited to see not only the remainder of this year, but one more year with him as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, we're going to wrap it up like we always do and say we'll be back next week, same cat time, same cat channel.
Go Big Red.